Commitment to evangelization. Saint Mother Teresa of Calcutta was born on August 26, 1910, in modern-day Macedonia, and died on September 5, 1997, at the age of 87. She is the patron saint of Calcutta, India. She was born into a well-to-do family who regularly helped the poor and abandoned, who often could be found enjoying a lunch in her home. She was the youngest of 3 children. She was 8 years old when the unexpected death of her father devastated the family. Out of necessity, her mother opened and operated an embroidered cloth business. At the age of 12, she became fascinated by the stories of the lives of missionaries. She felt the call to follow in their footsteps. Her brother was determined to break away from the chains of poverty that surrounded him and joined the army and later became an officer. The story is told that her brother certainly didn't agree with her decision to join a religious order. "Why don't you make something of yourself and your life?" he said. To which she said, "You think you are so important as an army officer, serving a king of 2 million subjects? Well, I am going to serve the king of the whole world." The story of her devotion to the poorest of the poor really begins just after her argument with her brother. She left both sister and mother to join the Sisters of Loreto, an Irish community of nuns with missions in India. Mother Teresa taught the sons and daughters of the wealthy at St. Mary's High School in Calcutta, but the poverty that was just outside the convent walls raised a deep sadness in her heart. So at the age of 38 she sought and received permission to leave the convent school and to live and work among the poorest of the poor, in the slums of Calcutta. Her devotion to the poor encouraged others with a like mind to follow her into the slums. In 1950 she received permission to start an order called the Missionaries of Charity, whose mission was to love and care for those neglected by society. She and her small group of nuns would pick up the poor from the streets, feed them, bandage their wounds, and yes, sometimes they were too late in finding them because they had died. Even then Mother Teresa's group would pick up the dead and provide them with a dignified funeral. Other people saw the needs of the poor and wanted to help Mother Teresa, so they donated food, clothing, and supplies and the use of buildings. The ministry expanded to include the orphans, abandoned, alcoholics, the aging and street people in general. In 1965 the Missionaries of Charity became an international religious family by order of Pope Paul VI. Mother Teresa demonstrated on a daily basis those same traits offered by John the Baptist. He worked in an effort to build up the kingdom of God and fulfill the mission given to him by God. In 1976 the brother stood in a crowd of admirers in Stockholm and watched his sister receive the Nobel Prize for her work with the poor. I'm sure you never heard of the brother, but his sister, the one he wanted to make something of her life, is known in every corner of the world. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful you will win some false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank people will try to cheat you. Be honest anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous of you. Be happy anyway. The good you do today will often be forgotten by tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. Mother Teresa. Every time you smile at someone, it is an action of love, a gift to that person, a beautiful thing. Mother Teresa.